Today I'm going to be going over 24 different items I sold on eBay. If this is the first time you're checking out my channel, my name is Jesse, also known as GrimzyFinds, and I've been selling online for more than 2 years now, mostly on eBay, but I do sell on other platforms as well. Last year I was able to break 6 figures, so I've been pretty successful with my online selling business. So I want to cover all these items that you can find at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, or your own home. Could be a useful tool if you don't know what to look for. Let's get started. The first item right here is going to be these lot of 26 great illustrated classics hardcover books. These sold for $79.99 and they actually went international, so very happy with the sale. If you get a lot of books and they're the similar titles, similar brands, they can be bundled up and sold for more money. So that's what I did with this one. Next one's a Radio Shack Tandyvision 1 game console. This sold for $55. They sent me an offer and I accepted. It was sitting for a while. Tandyvision is a little better than Intellivision, just desirability because it's rarer. Pretty happy with this one and definitely would pick this one up again as well. Helly Hansen Men's 3XL Waterproof Parka sold for $35. It was another offer. This one right here I got at a thrift store for I think $7.99, so pretty good flip from that. Clothing is one of the things that has definitely changed my business this year, so I'm always looking for new brands and new items to sell online for that. This was an interesting one here. This is a Kamen Rider Mask Knight. This sold for $49.99, and I actually got this and another one in a buy from a convention. So they had 2 of these toys randomly. They came up and said, would you buy these toys? I said sure. Paid $40 for the pair, so this one gets me almost all my money back and the rest will be profit. Another interesting find here. This is Yamaha electric high controller, sold for $44.99. It's actually a real drum pedal, not the Guitar Hero Rock Band ones that we're used to seeing. So I saw this out there and I'm like, no, this has to have some value. So I bought this and some other items at a garage sale, and I'm glad I did because this basically paid for everything. Paid $40 for all the drum stuff, and this gives me my money back.
I like money.
Another good flip here, Texas Instruments TI-84 Plus C. These ones do require a USB-C cable. Without this cable, it doesn't power on if the battery is dead, so just keep that in mind. If you do see these, make sure you have a cable so you're able to test them. But this one I was able to test and work properly, so if you can include a picture of it working is even better. Another good item here, Sony CCD TRV22 Handycam. This one sold for $100, $99.99. Came with a charger. Very good, easy, fast sale. Usually cameras like this sell pretty fast. So if you see one, just make sure you look at the model number, which is in the bottom of the camera. Like this picture right here shows you CCD TRV22. Probably one of the last trains I had. This one sold for $94.99. LGB number 2. 2020 locomotive. Made a big train buy. I think I have like $40 to $50 into this one, so not a great flip, but still decent profit in the end. Harry Potter Complete Lot of 7 hardcover books, first American edition, sold for $79.99. So I've sold this many times. This is just another time I sold it. Usually sells pretty fast, and usually if you look at the first page of each book, it'll say first American edition. If all the books say that, you bundle it, you can probably get about $70 to $80 for them. The one in particular you want to look out for is the Sorcerer's Stone. If that one's first edition, like true first edition, that one could be worth some serious money, but most of them are not true first edition. It just says first American edition. There's signs to look for the first edition book that I've learned, so if I ever spot it, and hopefully I'll sell it one day, I'll share it with you guys. Polo Ralph Lauren Western shirt Pearl Snap sold for $30. It was an offer. Pearl Snap Ralph Lauren I almost never see, so I knew it was going to be something good. In the thrift store I bought this for like $3.99 to $5.99. I can't remember off the top of my head, but very good flip from that, and definitely look out for anything that's different for Polo Ralph Lauren. Usually if it's different, it sells pretty good. Another camera here, the Sony DCR SR47 digital camcorder, sold for $84.99. Pretty good flip. I think I had $10 into it, so from $10 to $84.99, pretty good flip. I did do a sunglasses buy. I don't have any footage of this, unfortunately. I bought $100 to $120 buy on the glasses and goggles. This is just one of them, and it sold for $59.99. So happy with this one. I have a lot of goggles that I haven't sold yet, so once those sell, it'll be really good money, but I'm happy to get some of my money back just with the glasses. At that swap meet, I made a pretty big OEM buy for Portal Cable. This is just one of the pieces. This sold for $124.99. I do want to mention that there's a lot of Portal Cable that says for Portal Cable, but they're not the actual brand. So I was getting low offers, and they were based off of the off-brand batteries. And I stuck to my price because I know these were genuine and OEM. Waited a little bit and it ended up selling for full price. So definitely completely different margins for the OEM and the knockoff. So if you see something like that, make sure you comp it right, because you could lose some profit by listing it incorrectly. Here's another Porter cable. This sold for $139.99. Brad Naylor. I don't normally pick up tools like this, but this was from my regular storage buyer at the swap meet. He knows I sell online. It was a pretty good buy. I think I paid about $150 for all the Porter cable stuff, so I'm definitely in the profit just with those two sales. Pretty fast and easy sell here. This sold for $50. Hoka 1 Bondi SR. I was getting lowball offers on these. These were in excellent used condition. At the thrift store, I think I paid $10.99 for them, so pretty good flip from that. And Hokas are definitely something that moves very fast if you have the right price and the right model. This is the other Cayman Rider action figure. This also sold for $49.99. So pretty good flip from that. $40 into about $100. Quick and easy, and I was just sitting at the convention, so the items came to me. I made some money off of them. Money! These True Religion jeans skinny natural big T sold for $39.99. This is pretty expensive for True Religion used. The appeal is the baggy look and also the flat pockets, and these are also the big T, so they have a thick embroidery. If you see something like that, it's a good sign that could have some pretty good value, but a lot of True Religions are flooded, so keep that in mind when you pick it. Don't just go buy a bunch of True Religion jeans because the market is flooded. If you pick up the right ones though, they will sell. These were listed for a while, these Danner Arcadia boots. So what happened was I ended and sold similar on this listing. It was listed for about a year. I did that with some of the other items I've had in my store for a while. I haven't done it in a while though, since as the recording this video, so I needed to go back and do some of that. But these Danner boots, initially I think I had them listed for like $80. Relisted them for $59.99. Got an offer for $50 and I accepted. So Danner boots do pretty good. These ones are a little beat up, or else they would probably went for a little more. Bolo here, Logitech Marble Optical Trackball Mouse, new in package, sold for $64.99. I know that trackball mouses go for a pretty good amount. This was a pretty good one though. I think at the swap meet, I think I bought this for $5. So if you ever see trackball mouses that are vintage for Logitech, I would definitely pick them up, because usually people want it. There's no more available online, so the only place they can buy them is in that aftermarket. If you see any Logitech mouses that are big and old school, pick them up or look them up just to see if they're worth it. Quick and easy sale here. This Nintendo NES Classic Edition sold for $59.99. I came with the cables and everything. I think I had $20 into it, so not the greatest profit, but it sold very fast, so definitely would take that. Another piece of that drum buy I did. This is DW single chain drum pedal, sold for $60. So the buyer messaged me. They said that they can see some issues with this pedal, that they didn't mind buying it if I can give them a little bit of a break. I don't know much about pedal, so I went ahead and just gave him a $60 offer. I'm already in the profit with the other two things, so this was just gravy on top. So $60, I went ahead and sent him the offer and he accepted. So happy with this. Boba Fett Star Wars Lego sold for $69.99. I think I had, I want to say about $20–30. This was from a community sale. Bought this and a bunch of other like collectible items for video games, so this helps me get most of my money back and in the profit. This is another bolo here. I'm telling you guys, board shorts sell. This vintage Billabong Andy Irons signature board short sold for $44.99. Now you're wondering, you're probably saying, who is Andy Irons and why is this his signature board short? If you look inside the waist, it says Andy Irons right here. And Andy Irons is pretty good with the calibrations for Billabong. So if you ever see that on a board short, I would definitely pick it up because it increases the value tremendously. And these were a little bit beat up. They're not the greatest. Like as you can see here, they look at the strap, but they still sold for $44.99, which is insane for a used board short that's this worn. So Andy Iron board shorts, definitely keep an eye out for. And last sale right here, this Warhammer 40k parts World Space Marine sold for $79.99, which is extremely great. At a garage sale, I bought a bunch of 40k and other miscellaneous build-a-figure kind of stuff. Paid $100 for the whole tote. So with between the other sales I've had for Warhammer and the other stuff, this is almost all profit, so very happy with this. And Warhammer 40k stuff sells tremendously if you can find it. It's just more of the fact of identifying the 40k figures. If you know it, of course it's going to be easy, but for me, I don't know Warhammer very well, so it took a while for me to actually break down and see what this was. So just keep that in mind when you see that stuff, but definitely a good buy if you see it. Anyways guys, let me know in the comments below if you guys sold any of these items before, and if you have, how did you do? Like always, like and subscribe, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks guys.